Dobar dan svima, dobrodošli u 4. dan našeg sajma Study Abroad Week. Nadam se da ste uživali u prethodnim prezentacijama koje smo vam spremili, a danas u rasporedu agendi imamo dve prezentacije, dve biznis škole iz Italije. Ukoliko planirate studije biznisa na jako visokom nivou, u veoma značajnim finansijskim centrima Evrope, u Rimu i Milanu, onda predlažem da ostanete sa nama i da pratite naredne dve prezentacije. Za početak ugostit ćemo Graduate School of Business Politehnika u Milanu. Vama je Politehnico verovatno poznat kao tehnički univerzitet, međutim, ono što je jako bitno da naglasimo jeste da ima i sjajnu školu biznisa. Zbog toga smo na ovaj sajam pozvali i njihove predstavnike da nam se predstave i da vam objasne šta se možete da očekujete u njihovoj školi, u okviru njihovih programa i kakva vas karijera čeka nakon završenih master ili MBA studija na ovoj instituciji. Sa nama je danas Silvija sa Politehnika u Milanu. Ja pozivam da nam se pridruži i počet ću da pričam na engleskom kako bismo je tako ugostili i predstavili. Hello Silvia, are you there?
Yes, of course.
Hello, ciao.
Hello.
Come va?
Hello, everyone. Oh, good. Thanks a lot.
So I just did a short introduction about Politecnico di Milano in terms of your School of Business, which is very highly ranked and very good institution for this kind of studies. However, you will explain us what can we expect at your institution and which programs do you offer. The floor is yours. I will be here to moderate with some questions, and of course, maybe we can answer some doubts right straight away and encourage students to apply.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you so much. So
You're
I'm
welcome.
sharing my slides so that
I will be here just to check if everything is right. Yeah, we can see your presentation. You should just use your full screen mode.
Yes. Let's see if it works. All right. Is it okay? Okay, perfect.
Fine.
Okay, so thank you, Yelena, and thank you everyone for being connected today. So the aim actually of the webinar, of the presentation, is first of all to talk about actually the business school of Politecnico di Milano. The name is MIP, and the programs, of course, that we offer. But most of all, what I would like to do is really to give you an overview of the school, first of all. So let me see if is first of all to give you an overview of Politecnico di Milano and MIP. What is the connection between the School of Management and our home university, which is normally a very well-known and renowned actually university, mostly in the field of architecture, design, and most of all also engineering, which is also our home department actually, from which the business school was founded in 1979. A few words also about Milan. I really hope that everyone already is very familiar with the city, is very familiar, of course, also with the, let's say, vibrant atmosphere that you can find in such a city. And I will also give you an overview of the programs that you can find in our school. The programs are many, so the idea is to give an overview of, let's say, the field of studies that you can find in our school. But of course, the best thing is to, let's say, take some notes, maybe ask some questions, and I will be personally also very pleased to schedule maybe a dedicated call to guide you at best, of course, towards the program of your interest and see if our school is actually the right place for you and for your professional growth. Then final words about admissions and financial aid, of course, some two very important topics for everyone, and then of course the Q&A session at the end. So let's start with the, let's say, with who we are. Actually, Politecnico di Milano, as I said, is our home university and is a very well-known university, of course, in Italy and in the world. One of the most outstanding, one of the oldest Politecnico in Italy. And of course, it's also the ranking that is confirming the fact that the faculties of our the departments of our universities are also very well known in the world. Especially the Faculty of Engineering is also among the top 20 in the world. And I underline this, of course, because the School of Management is actually coming from the quality of especially the management engineering departments. So the school, the campus and the university itself is very big, which means having 5 campuses in total, 4 in Italy. We are in the northern part of Italy, and also 1 campus in China. And as you can see, more than 40,000 students are coming from all over the world to study in Milan. So this also confirms the fact that Milan is a highly international city and also very used to hosting international students for studying and, of course, hopefully for job opportunities afterwards. Another interesting point is PoliHub, which is actually the startup district and incubator of Politecnico di Milano. For those of you who are interested, especially in the innovation and in the entrepreneurial mindset. This is also another strength of our home university and, of course, as a consequence of the School of Management. So what is actually MIP? So MIP was funded, as I said, in 1979. So it's more than 40 years. And the School of Management was funded mostly to actually give also managerial skills to highly technical profiles. So also in the, let's say, in the past, the university was very well known for giving technical knowledge, but what let's say was needed also by companies was also management skills. So managing people, managing processes. And that's why MIP was funded. So MIP is officially a not-for-profit consortium between the university, so Politecnico di Milano, that holds 40% of the shares of our university, from which we actually take the academic research and excellence, and around, well, more than 20 private companies. So this means this has one important consequence. So the relationship that we have as a business school with the business environment. So it's not just, let's say, on paper, but companies are really working with every actually master program that we offer, depending, of course, on the topic. And these are the companies that sit in the board of the school, just to confirm the fact that also masters are designed and are as much as possible answering the needs also of professionals coming directly from the companies themselves. This is just a small actually overview of the companies with which we collaborate. Of course, the quality of education and the quality of the services that we offer is not only something that I'm telling you, but is also something that the rankings and the accreditation bodies also confirm. So we are very proud, first of all, of having obtained last year, well, this year, actually, at the beginning of this year, also the triple accreditation. So our business school is a triple crown school. And you know that only 6% of the business schools in the world actually have the triple crown. And we are also, of course, in the rankings, in the Financial Times, mostly with the MBA and executive MBA education. and also in the QS World University Ranking, again, mostly for some specific masters, which could be, for example, big data, supply chain, risk management, who have really gained a very good, let's say, quality of education, especially also for the job opportunities created after the master. And then, of course, memberships that come together also with the accreditation. Another thing that I would like to say before actually moving to Milan is also that we obtained last year the recognition of a B corporation. So the business school is highly committed, of course, being a Politecnico, highly committed towards innovation, towards digital transformation, and really in giving the skills to the managers of the future to actually manage what is new, the world that is changing actually. And one strength, one very important concern for many companies now and in the future is also sustainability. So moving towards a sustainable world. We'll see together later on that we offer a total of 5 streams, programs, let's say, in the field of sustainable management. And the school confirms also the fact that we are a big corporation, so a corporation that is committed towards a sustainable development and the sustainable impact of businesses. All right, so as I said, of course, we are located in Milan, which is, I'm sure everybody is aware of the city, and in the northern part, we are, of course, Milan is in the northern part of Italy. To be very precise, the School of Management is not located exactly, as you see on the screen, I mean, close to the cathedral, but we are a little bit in the, let's say, outside, let's say, the city center, which means actually that it takes 20-30 minutes maximum by train, also from the other side of the city. So it's a big city, but not that big that you can get lost in that. But what we also say that it's, first of all, I would say the business and financial hub of Italy. There is the history, there is, in any case, it's still the center of luxury, the center of fashion. And this really makes a really unique recipe, honestly, and makes Milan a unique city. So you're close to Europe, you're close to the business environment, but you can also really enjoy the experience. So the suggestion to where to go for a master program depends also in the city where you would like to live, because it's an experience first of all, for education and for your professional growth, but it is also an opportunity to enjoy this time. And so finding the right city is also, I think, a very important step for you. A few words about an important topic. So what about the cost of living in Milan? So Milan can be considered a rather expensive city, maybe, well, it depends also from what you take into consideration as a reference, but these are realistic, let's say, prices that you can find. So from the lowest, which is to share a room maybe in a shared apartment, so 400 euros per month, until 800 euros per month if you wanted to live, of course, alone in a studio or an apartment. Of course, this is the cost that has to be taken into consideration the most when you think of what is my budget. So overall, at least 1,100 euros per month must be considered if you want to live in Milan. Most of it, of course, depends on the living, on the accommodation, and all the rest really depends also on your lifestyle. The opportunities will be many. Also to enjoy, you see the photo of, for example, the Navigli area, the one in the yellow photo there. So, of course, our suggestion is also to enjoy as much as possible, but of course, also based on your budget. This is another interesting topic. Of course, as I said, Politecnico di Milano overall host more than 40,000 students. MIT, as the School of Management, of course, you can expect small classes between normally 20, 30 students for each class. So in total, we normally welcome every year between 300 and 350 international students coming from all over the world. So of course, it's very important for us that all the students coming to Italy have the right information before the arrival and also after the arrival. For this reason, we have a dedicated office with that gives, of course, very dedicated services to all international students, both related to visa and enrollment to the university, and then what is related to the resident permit, fiscal code, health insurance, during the study, because we also offer Italian language courses during our classes, for example, and also after the studies, because being enrolled at MIP means also being enrolled in the university. So you will be also a Politecnico di Milano student, and this means that you can actually have access to the stay back option. So after the year of studies, in case you do not find immediately a work opportunity, you can stay in Italy for up to 12 months after graduation, even though you do not have a study visa or for some reasons a work permit in that case. So this is also an important point as well. The services related also to our students and especially our master students are the career development services. So a specializing master degree means that you do get education, but one important thing, as I said before, is the relationship with companies. So the aim of everyone is, of course, to find a job opportunity. And for this reason, what we also offer is our services that aim at giving to students, first of all, the right tools and the right skills to market themselves on the job market. And then, of course, services related to career management, to personal development workshops to develop hard but also soft skills, and then networking with employers and with recruiters. So with dedicated events where companies recruit on campus or online, in last year, our students. And as we'll see in a minute, all the masters are completed in the very final part after the 2 academic semesters with an internship or project work, if someone prefers to do a more, let's say, professional thesis instead of a proper job opportunity. Here there is just an overview of some of our alumni. As you can see, they have names. In fact, they confirm that classes are always very international. They attended different master programs, and it is just a quick snapshot of what they are doing now. So then we can see again, so another slide too. And so basically all of them actually got this opportunity during or right after the master, and they normally actually work in a field, in an environment that is of course in line with the specialization of the master program that they decided to attend. All right, so what is the common traits of our masters? So all our masters, those that are delivered as single degree programs, which means that they start and are delivered completely in Milan for 1 year. So normally the length is 12 months. Location is Milan, and also online. What does it mean? Of course, this was also related to the pandemic, but not only. We also give the opportunity to students to attend some of the classes online, so via streaming. This is a way for us to give the opportunity to international students to be in Milan, but not necessarily to come to the campus every single day. So also to enjoy the city or even other cities in Italy, but not to miss, of course, the experience of attending classes online. The language of instruction is English. We also offer a couple of masters in Italian, but all the other portfolio is in English. The format is full-time. We mean with full-time, this means that our students have to attend courses from Monday to Friday, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is possible that some students would like to do some part-time jobs. It depends, first of all, on what is allowed by your visa, and also, I mean, it is possible maybe for some hours, for some, let's say, collaborations, but not a full-time job in together with, of course, studying full-time. These two activities are not actually, do not work together, I would say. The intake next year in 2022 will be in fall, between September and October. For example, this year, actually, we had the kickoff of most of our masters. So this week is actually normally the kickoff week. As I said, the length is 12 months. We have some programs, we'll have a look very briefly also, that last 18 months. This means 2 academic semesters and 1 final internship of 6 months. So this is why they actually last a little bit longer. We require at least 3-year or 4-year, of course, bachelor's degree, so 180 ECTS credits from an recognized, of course, institution, and an advanced level of English. So we normally ask for an English test to be provided before the beginning of the program. The tuition fee, of course, this is different from Politecnico di Milano, which is a state university. So the fees of Politecnico di Milano can be maintained quite low. Instead, we are officially a private institution. And for this reason, the tuition fee is between 18,500 euros up to 21,000 euros. Only one program actually reaches this maximum, let's say, tuition fee. What students get after the master? They get, of course, the diploma from MIP, but also the first level specializing master degree from the university, so from Politecnico di Milano. So let's say that our students kind of get 2, let's say, diploma titles at the end of each program. Of course, it's possible also to attend a double degree masters, and in that case, the second degree will be a proper Master of Science from the partner university, depends, of course, on the program. All right, so with this slide, we actually have a very long list of all the programs that we offer. The main distinction here is between the single degree programs. So as I said, those offered by us, by MIP only, so in Italy from September until the following September with the graduation, or double degree programs that we'll see in a minute in the field of project management, luxury management, and what we launched this year, so for 2022, of course, again, international business for digital transformation. Just to give you an overview actually of what we offer, we decided to group the masters. I will not go too much into the details because the structure of the programs is the same for everyone, and it really depends on the interest that you have. So we decided to group them by topic, by area, but of course, I will go quite quickly to have a look at the masters. So in the field of big data, we have the master in business of business analytics and big data, with the aim of combining technical competencies with management competencies. So how to use the information related to, let's say, the technical knowledge for business related choices. This is a very popular program. We always normally have between, on average 40 students every year. And this is a very popular program, of course. In the world of luxury, as I said, again, very popular one is the International Master in Luxury Management. This is a double degree program with Neoma Business School in France. So students attended the first semester in France. at Neoma Business School, the second semester in Milan at MIP, and the third semester is an internship. Of course, this has very good names. I mean, the partners are the Prada Group from Italy and the Shampoing Tettinger from France. And the aim is to give competencies in how to manage, in particular, luxury companies with no focus on a luxury, let's say, field or area in specific. The second program is instead developed in partnership with an academy still located in Italy in the Veneto area, so not the area of Champagne, but the area of Prosecco. And this is a different, let's say, idea of program. I mean, it's less, of course, international in this case. The experience is only in Italy, but in Veneto, and then, of course, you join MIP in Milan. In this case, the focus is not only on the luxury, of course, on the luxury area, but innovation and digital transformation for the luxury, let's say, goods, for luxury goods and for the luxury system and, let's say, businesses. Well, then the word of high tech and digital, again, strength, of course, of our school. Digital transformation, so a kind of pure program in digital transformation tools. As you can see, the companies that are partners of this program are very diverse. So digital transformation is something cross, is something absolutely involving every single company nowadays, also as a consequence of the pandemic. And therefore, we decided to launch this master program. So again, a program that in this case is a bit more general. So the specialization is not as deep as in other masters, such as, for example, big data. Another master is instead the supply chain management. Again, a historical master for our school, very popular one as well. In this case, the focus is on supply chain management, mostly operations, procurement, and logistics. Not traditional supply chain management, but an up-to-date, I would say, supply chain management. So also in this field, we have a look at risk management, for example, supply chain finance, supply chain and procurement strategy. So again, a very up-to-date master program. Then we cover cybersecurity, again, a topic that is rising in importance dramatically. We all have heard about news about cybersecurity attacks. The important thing about this program is that this is not only a program for technical profiles, so not only for computer scientists, but also for those of you who are really interested in understanding what cybersecurity is. So we do not need only cybersecurity, let's say, technicians, but also cybersecurity managers. Those of you also who are interested and may have also a legal background because they are aware of some specific, for example, in the field of security compliance and privacy also issues are all related to the cybersecurity management. We move to the world of finance. So first of all, finance together with digital innovation. So a very strong point of our school. So FinTech. Again, in this case, the combination is technical competencies with finance. And again, with the aim really of managing how finance is evolving, is modifying itself. And especially on how the banking system and insurance system is changing a lot. And of course, professionals are needed in this field too. Then risk management. So financial risk management is instead very focused on the management of risk in the financial field, in the financial area. And then, as I said before, the word of sustainability, because as I said, we offer a total actually of 5 masters in this field. The most popular are the master programs in CSR, corporate social responsibility, and circular economy. But very interesting is also how sustainability is relevant in finance, with sustainable finance, and the entrepreneurial also environment with social innovation and entrepreneurship, and also in the sustainable industrial management, which means also in the production, in the proper, let's say, production system. Then we have marketing and more. So marketing means marketing management, in particular with the focus on consumer analytics. So I would say a rather numerical approach to marketing, and instead a more, let's say, general master in marketing on media and communication management, a bit more related to communication tools, and then to make our students ready to work mostly in the agency environment, so in the branding strategies of the companies. Again, a double degree, which is the one in project management. So one semester at MIT, the second semester in Strathclyde Business School, which is located in Glasgow, and the third semester as a proper internship. This is a kind of pure project management master. This prepares our students to the also PMP certification. So it doesn't substitute it, but it can be a preparatory course. And this is, again, a quite popular master in our school as well. New entries for next year, first of all, international business and digital transformation. So relationships between countries, also commerce, export and import. All these topics mostly related to the international relations, international business between countries are relevant, but still they are changing. So how actually digital transformation is impacting these processes too. This is a double degree with Henley Business School, again in the UK. When I say double degrees, this really means that you get, of course, the degree from us, from MIP, from Politecnico di Milano, but also the Master of Science from the partner school. This is applicable to Henley, to Strathclyde Business School, and also to Neoma Business School. And then digital commerce and sales management, so digital and sales, of course, so e-commerce is nowadays, of course, another way of really selling everything. So a master is dedicated to this, and I would say finally, actually, smart operations and industry 4.0. So the main trait almost all our program is how digitalization and innovation is impacting basically any field, any industry. And so masters are related to how to manage basically this transformation. Just one word about the full-time MBA, because while all the programs I presented so far are dedicated to recent graduates, so young students normally, our students complete their studies and then join our school. What is possible is also that they have some work experience, but no more than 3 years. For those who actually already have at least 3 years of work experience, we offer an MBA program, but also, of course, other kind of MBAs. But this is mostly for those of you who already are professionals and would like to do a complete career change. This is a one-year program, a quick program that is general in the first part and specialized in the second part. The specializations are those that you can see here. Again, entrepreneurship, innovation and startup, luxury and design, digital transformation and big data, or global and sustainable management. The price is different, but what is important is that this is a completely different program for professionals. So we are to the admission process. We process applications on a rolling basis on a dedicated platform, which is applyformasters.net. We must receive a complete application with all the documents necessary for the application, and we require an application fee of €100 for all the masters and 150 only for the MBAs. We invite candidates to a motivational interview in English and a Mip test, so a dedicated test for some programs. And then we have, if everything goes well with the interview, a final admission and decision. So candidates are admitted to the program and are asked to confirm with the first installment. As I said, of course, out of the tuition fee, we also offer financial aid. One important thing to keep in mind is the early bird discount that we offer to candidates who activate the application before the end of February, 25th of February 2022. And then we offer a list, of course, of financial aid, which is based on merit. That is applicable, for example, to merit-based scholarships. We have regional scholarship, MIT STEM scholarship for those who have a STEM background, for example, Mip for expats. So we have then, of course, many options to be discussed, mostly maybe on a personal basis. So just a couple of notes. So the important date is that the new cycle will open application on the 15th of October on the platform I mentioned before, and to keep in mind also the early bird deadline to activate the application. And that's all actually from my side. So it take a little bit of time. I don't know if there is something left.
No worries, we have enough time to answer some questions, although I think that you covered some of those. I will start from the first one. Do you require GMAT?
Sure. So GMAT is not mandatory. So actually, it's not a mandatory requirement. Of course, if students have a GMAT score normally of at least 600 points, they can compete and ask for financial aid based on the GMAT score.
Mm-hmm. And how much is the maximum for your financial aid?
Sure. So the financial aid is partial that we can offer. So normally we have scholarships up to 5,000 euros discount, unless there are some particular cases and some particular scholarships that may apply, for example, for some countries.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. The next question is about actually the same topic, financial aid, but you already said that it's not specific for Balkan students, it's for all the applicants.
Exactly. What is, I think, relevant is that, for example, we offer a regional-based contribution, and this is, of course, applicable to candidates coming from any country in the world. So what we ask them to submit is a short essay, motivational essay, just to, let's say, motivate the diversity that can bring, of course, to the class. And this can be translated in a contribution, and so help lowering the final tuition fee.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the next question is about internships. I think you already mentioned that very important part of your studies, of your programs, are the internships that you offer in collaboration with companies and some important players in the business world. So can you please tell if those are mandatory as well or not?
Absolutely. So we mentioned, I mean, we give the name project work, let's say, to the very final part, because this is in fact the practical part of the master. So there are no lessons in the last 3 months. And what our students can decide to do is to actually go for a proper internship in a company. That could be also a consultancy project or a proper internship. For some students, this project can be translated, for example, in a more, let's say, entrepreneurial project, given the connection, for example, with the incubator, or a professional thesis, because, of course, professors are working also with PhD students on some interesting projects, and some students may be interested in that too. So this final part must be, for sure, a practical part. This gives the final credits to complete the master. So it's still part of the program. Of course, I mean, what students want mostly is to have this opportunity in a company, and this makes perfectly sense. And for this reason, we really try to create as many opportunities as possible between companies and the students, thanks also to the career development service to really, let's say, reach the point of the recruitment process of companies. So that part is included, but of course internships can last longer and can be also translated into proper job offers afterwards.
Okay, thank you so much for this very extensive answer, but it helps really much to us as well to explain all the possibilities that you offer. And finally, one question about your bachelor programs, but as far as I know, you don't have bachelor programs.
No, exactly. So this is, in any case, a good question, because this basically marks the difference between MIP, so the School of Management. So our portfolio is only this, let's say. So it's related only to post-grad specializing masters. For what is related to bachelor's and Master of Science and PhD programs, it is the university itself taking care, of course, of this portfolio.
And I had to mention before we finish that I noticed that you have a master program in cybersecurity, and Politecnico di Milano as another institution, part of your institution, has basically the same master, but it's not the same. I mean, you offer the master with the same name, with the same title, but you offer different perspective and different mixture of knowledge and skills. So if you can explain just in a couple of sentences, what can you expect from cybersecurity at MIP and Politecnico di Milano?
Of course. So specifically on this field, you are right that the offer is not only on one program, but we have different programs. In particular, the main difference is that cybersecurity, so some technical skills will be required and will be taught, of course, by the faculty of Politecnico di Milano, but the combination is with cybersecurity topics and management and managerial topics. This means then in such a program, we are not only looking for technical profiles, which is a quite, let's say, quite traditional, of course, to have maybe computer scientists interested in that, but for example, we have legal profiles, because the topic of privacy, of governance, and also the job opportunities are also very related to the government. So ministries are also in Italy, for example, just set up a dedicated ministry to manage this kind of risk. So it's let's say, it's a more managerial, let's say, perspective of how to manage cybersecurity. This is the main difference.
Okay, thank you so much, Silvia, for the presentation, and thank you for being with us for this online fair. I hope to see you again, and enjoy all the possibilities with which our platform offers, because there is a possibility to schedule meetings with our students. I will encourage them to make further questions and to send us emails if they are interested in applying.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you all also for joining. And as I said, so the best thing is also maybe to set up a quick call to better discuss your profile and the opportunities that we offer for you. Thank you so much.
And you too. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye. Ciao. Thanks.
Ćao. Pre nego što nastavimo sa sljedećom prezentacijom, ja bih da vas podsjetim da će nakon ove dve prezentacije na našem Instagram profilu biti uživo uključenje Jane Dačović i predstavnice EU Business School, tako da vas tamo očekuje druga tema, zapravo u okviru ove veće teme studije biznisa u Evropi. Biće reči o EU Business School koja se nalazi na 4 kampusa, u 3 zemlje u Evropi, tako da to će biti još dodatna prilika da u okviru Instagram live-ova čujete zanimljive informacije, lična iskustva studenata i da iskoristite maksimalno naš sajam.